Hi, welcome all. So this is our fifth class of this chapter that we started in science. So first of all, welcome everyone. And today we are going to learn science, and we have already completed four classes. We have already completed 2 weeks of our learning of each standard, and so this is our fifth class for this chapter. And the name of the chapter is force and pressure. The objective that we are going to do today is very interesting, and we are going to do very interesting work. Okay, so the objective for today is that we will be able to plot atmospheric pressure and height of different geographical locations. Okay, so what we are going to do today is we are going to plot atmospheric pressure and height here. Now, what is atmospheric pressure? What is different locations that we are going to choose is something that will do the Zoom class. What we will understand on this call is what is atmospheric pressure. पहला ये क्या होता है? What is this term? So before beginning and going to that point, you know how our culture is. We'll do a quick revision of all the things that we've done from the first class, and I will go very quick. In the first class, we understood what is force, where we understood that force is anything that is required to change position, size, speed of an object. So we saw this example of pull and push. If we pull an object or push an object, we understand that these are the examples of force. And then we understood that Newton's first law of motion, which is so important in this entire chapter about force. And this is something that will stay with you till your 10th standard, and someone who takes science, this will stay till your graduation if you take physics or if you do something, or 12th minimum, at least till 12th. A body continues to be in rest or in a state of motion unless it is acted by an external unbalanced force. So we saw this example, like this person who is riding on a bike is going so smoothly, he's handling his motion, but as soon as the wall comes, an external unbalanced force comes, unbalanced force, then his motion is disturbed. He falls down from a bike. Okay, and then we saw these two examples and these two new concepts about contact forces and non-contact forces. So contact forces are something where two bodies that are exerting force on each other or applying force on each other should be in contact with each other. And then we saw about non-contact forces, where these two bodies which are applying forces on each other should not be contact. One should touch each other. Like contact forces and contact forces, they should touch each other, and in non-contact forces, they will not touch each other. Then we saw some examples of contact forces, which are muscular force, frictional force, and non-contact forces are gravitational force and electrostatic force. Then we came in the next class and we did this thing about balanced and unbalanced forces. But to understand balanced forces, we saw something about net force. Now, what is net force? Net force is something, that concept we saw is कि हर एक object पे, हर एक body पे बहुत सारे forces apply होते हैं. There are so many forces applied on an object. Okay, तो ये सब अभी एक ही time पे, for example, I always give this example of bottle and continue with it. एक बॉटल पे भी कितने डायरेक्शन से तुम फोर्स लगा सकते हैं एक ही टाइम पे. कोई सामने से पुश कर सकता है, कोई पीछे से पुश कर सकता है. Someone can push it from a left, someone can push it from a right. So what is the total force acting on that object? तो उसके लिए हमें एक नेट फोर्स निकालना पड़ता है. तो नेट फोर्स इज द कैलकुलेशन ऑफ ऑल द फोर्सेस एक्टिंग ऑन द बॉडी फ्रॉम ऑल डायरेक्शंस. एंड इफ यू रिमेंबर इन दिस क्लास वी सॉ दैट अगर फोर्स लेफ्ट और राइट लगता है, अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में लगता है, तो वी माइनस इट. If force is in the same direction, we add it. Okay, and then we went to this balanced and unbalanced forces. So if the net force acting on the object is zero, then the force is balanced force. अगर net force zero है, मतलब उसमें कुछ force लग ही नहीं रहा है, then the object will not move from its place. तो object हिलेगा ही नहीं, कुछ force नहीं लग रहा है, तो therefore that force is a balanced force. And if the net force acting on the object is not zero, then the force is unbalanced force and the object will move from its place. Great. Then in the next class we learned about inertia. So inertia क्या होता है? Inertia is a resistance showed by an object to change its position, speed and direction. So we saw resistance मतलब विरोध. So a tendency to do nothing or remain injured. And this I give a beautiful example. If you're at rest and someone tells you कि हाँ जाके कुछ काम करो, you will say no. First you will say no because you want to be in that rest position that you are in. Yeah. Then in the previous class we studied about pressure. So we saw the formula about pressure, which is force applied per unit area. So I told you कि मतलब अभी अगर तुम एक ऑब्जेक्ट पे फोर्स लगा रहे हो, पर वो ऑब्जेक्ट जिसपे तुम फोर्स लगा रहे उसको कितना एक्चुअल फोर्स लग रहा है वो कैसे पता चलेगा? दैट इज गिवन बाय प्रेशर. सो प्रेशर इज आप कितना फोर्स लगा रहे हो और कितना एरिया पे फोर्स लगा रहे हो. So we saw that definition about pressure, which is force upon area. Then yeah, this is the, for example, here the man is pushing with his entire body, पर द एरिया, वो ऑब्जेक्ट पे जितना एरिया पे फोर्स लग रहा है वो ही हमें बताएगा कि व्हाट इज द प्रेशर इट इज अप्लाइड. देन वी सॉ द रिलेशन बिटवीन प्रेशर एंड एरिया. सो एज प्रेशर इज फोर्स अपॉन एरिया, more the pressure less the area, the more the pressure the less the area. It has an inverse relationship, ulta, inverse is ulta. So more the pressure less the area, less the pressure more the area. So we saw this in the previous class, and now we are going to do about atmospheric pressure. But before going to atmospheric pressure, I would like to go to atmosphere. What is atmosphere? Atmosphere is nothing but the layer of gases surrounding our planet Earth. So if you know, if this is the planet Earth, if you say, if this is the planet Earth and this is the, these are so many countries, seas everywhere, everything on the surface, there is something here. There is something here. If you, even if you stand at your place now and you look up in the sky, between the sky and the ground that you are, there is something. These are layer of gases. There are so many gases in between, and this gases, layer of gases, are commonly called as air. We call it air. These gases include oxygen, helium, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, methane, CFC. There are so many gases in between. This layer of gases, or the air that is between the ground and the sky, I would say, or between the ground and the universe, is called atmosphere. Okay, so I hope this is clear. This is something you would have done in your geography also, I hope. So this is something, if you want to watch more about it, if I would just like to tell more about atmosphere, there are many layers also: troposphere, stratosphere. When you come to higher standards, 9, 10, we'll learn this. Okay, this is there. But right now, if you just want to know more about it, please watch a YouTube video about atmosphere. There are some good YouTube videos on this on YouTube. Okay, now what is then atmospheric pressure? Simple. Atmosphere to pata chal. Atmospheric pressure will be the pressure applied by the air on the Earth's surface is called atmospheric pressure. So this air that is there on the Earth, आपको लगता है कि वो ऐसे ही हवा में रहती है या हवा ऐसे ही रहती है? It doesn't do anything. No, it applies some pressure on all the objects on the ground. जितने भी ग्राउंड पे ऑब्जेक्ट है, राइट फ्रॉम यू टू द स्कार टू एवरीथिंग दैट्स देयर, टू द माइन्यूट एनिमल दैट इज देयर ऑन दिस प्लैनेट अर्थ, the air applies pressure on it. This pressure that the air applies is called atmospheric pressure, या उसका दूसरा नाम है air pressure. Okay, so the pressure applied by the air on the objects of the earth is called an atmospheric pressure. I hope this is clear with you. What is atmosphere and what is atmospheric pressure? Please stop the video and write down this in your book. Okay, and also the questions that I've sent on WhatsApp. Now, when we are going to come on Zoom class, we are going to use graph paper in our class. So please have a graph paper. If you have a graph book, graph paper, it will be very useful. If you don't have, try to get it from your siblings or something, or your friends, neighbors. Okay. And I will talk something about graph paper before coming to class, because I want you to know something about graph paper. This is how usually a graph paper looks. Okay, you will have it in a green color in your book. ऐसे lines होंगे. There will be some ऐसे vertical line, ऐसे सीधे lines, and then there will be some cross lines, and you will get some boxes. ऐसा यहाँ पे एक box रहेगा. Then there are boxes here. Then there are boxes here. ऐसे there are so many boxes in this graph paper. Okay. Graph paper में there are two important lines. One line that is drawn नीचे. This line that is drawn here. This line in graph paper is called x-axis. Is called x-axis. Okay. Is called x-axis. Okay. Yes. And this line that is drawn here, this is called y-axis. This is called y-axis. So the horizontal line, yeah, the sleeping line, is called the x-axis. Sleeping line matlab sleeping position mein, and the standing line is called the y-axis. These are two important lines. Now, if you see this line, यहाँ पे जो एक line है, this small line एक box का, this is always 1 centimeter. Okay, so this is 1 centimeter. This chota 1 centimeter. So this square that you see is 1 centimeter ka square. This is 1 centimeter. Every small line that you see, this is 1 centimeter. Here to here, from this point to this point, this is 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter. If you keep a scale, you will measure it aram se. Scale mein keep 1 centimeter ka measure, and you will see this is 1 centimeter. From here to here, it is 2 centimeter. From here to here, it is 3 centimeter. From here to here, it is 4 centimeter. So हर एक छोटा बॉक्स एक एक सेंटीमीटर का होता है. Then you plot some points, मतलब 100, 200, 300, 400. Now how to do this is something that we'll see on the Zoom call. So just get a graph paper, have this basic knowledge, write the things that we have discussed, and see you on the Zoom call. Thank you so much. Please complete our work, and I'll see you on the Zoom call. Thank you.